Hello everyone, I'm your host, Boss Zombie. Welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online. Now we're gonna go towards the other companions. Oh, I geared up Miri. I gave her some neat looking armor. I'll probably tweak it later on, but I'm fine with that. And I gave her a cool Nyx Ox. Nyx Ox. Now we're gonna go to the other companion. We get to see a different part of Blackwood. I guess we have to go off terrain for this, huh? Nice. This is certainly a pretty zone. It's not a frozen arid wasteland like Western Skyrim. It's not a dry, depressing desert like Northern Elsewhere. Or Western Skyrim, Northern Elsewhere. I like Somerset, but again, Somerset has that problem where it's just a few too many cliffs and unnavigable, innavigable. You can't navigate it areas. Oh. This is a nice looking shrine. Blue Blood Way Shrine. Ooh, that reminds me. If I'm going to be running around with Mir... Oh, so this has its own column. Yeah, because I gave her medium armor. I'm going to run around. Might as well use a crown scroll. 50 extra experience. 50% more experience. Why not? It's just so oddly calm here. Bear? Keep up, Mary. Wait. What's going on? I don't think we're looking for something named Zeechus. Maybe we are.
Perhaps this was not such a grand idea.
Yep, this is the place. Deep Scorn Hollow.
Hey, over here. I need some help.
Ah, so you do. So you do.
I don't know which of the 8 divines sent you this way, but I'm glad to see you. The name's Bastian. Be on your guard, friend. I was accosted by a dark elf. She went into the cave hours ago, but she might return at any moment.
What dark elf? What cave?
The dark elf Tanare Vels. She's a traveler I met along the road. The cave is Deep Scorn Hollow. The entrance is over by the dock. I'm here to retrieve a fellow named Quistley Silvel. His family sent me to find him. I think he's in trouble.
No, what do you want from me?
Untie me, please. The Silvels will pay well if you help me get Quistley out of whatever trouble he's in. And I could use someone to watch my back. Interested? Oh, and check the shack. I think Tanare dropped something during our struggle.
I'll see if the Dark Elf left any clues behind, and I'll help you rescue Quistley.
Oh, thank you. Look around, would you? I'd like to examine whatever my attacker dropped.
Oh, is he really just like a goody two-shoes proper boy? As promised, agreement in writing. Yeah, take me my word for that. To Syndicate in Leowin, preferably alive. Complete this job and you're dead. The Syndicate will be paid. Syndicate, huh?
Did you find something? Here, let me have a look.
What armor are you wearing? Is that ancestral Breton? I'm jealous.
A letter. I knew I saw something fall out of Tanare's satchel when she ambushed me. Why, this is a contract. Tanare Vels is bringing Quistley in to pay debts in Leowin.
You and her are after the same quarry.
Damn it. I guess that explains why Tanare knocked me out and tied me up. Of course, that idiot Quistley would gamble away more than he had in his coin purse. He's done it before. Usually begs his parents for help, though.
Tanare's got a head start on you.
I ought to just let the Dark Elf have him, but it would be... dishonorable. We better see if we can catch up to her. I'd like to leave her tied up and empty-handed when I drag Quisly out of here by his arrogant nose.
Did you tell Teneri that you were going to Deep Scorn Hollow?
Probably. Yes, I did. We were just idly talking on the road. It never occurred to me that someone else might be looking for that petulant brat. It's not the first time I've been asked to get Quisly out of trouble.
You don't sound very fond of him.
I should try to hide it better, I suppose. We were raised together, more or less. Except he was the firstborn of a wealthy family, and I was the foundling they took in. Something which Quisly never quite let me forget.
Have you been looking after Quisly all along?
Well, it's the right thing to do. I mean, the Sylvels gave me shelter, educated me alongside Quisly, even hired a tutor for me when I showed some magical aptitude.
Ah.
I owe them. And if looking out for Quisly is how I pay them back, so be it.
Did Tanneray react? Is that how you say your name? React when you mentioned your task?
No, not that I noticed. She said to keep an eye out for smugglers along the coast, and departed soon after. She likely just hung back and followed me the rest of the way. Foolish of me. I should have been more alert.
How often do you work for the Sylvels?
All the time. House Sylvel has interests in a dozen cities. I travel all over Tamriel, looking after their business. I'm a mage by training, but I spend my days dealing with contracts and cargoes. And chasing after Quisly.
If you don't like to work, why do you do it? Why do you do
Sylvels
it?
fostered me from the time I was small, seeing to my education and giving me a place in their home. As I grew older, Lord Sylvel employed me in the family business. What I want to do isn't important. I have an obligation.
God, I did not notice, but that motif, whatever he's wearing, it has more belts on it than a Final Fantasy character. Look at that thing. 2 on the upper arm, 3 on the lower arm. You got 4 on the chest piece? No, 6. Nope, 7. I missed the one in the middle there. And do you have... Are those more belt buckles or just weird loops on the belt? Let's go find him.
This is different for Quisly. He's not one for any sort of rough living, other than maybe going to gambling dens and taverns in the seedier parts of town.
Okay. So wait. He's gonna hang out with me and I'm... Where is Miri? Oh. She's over there. Ooh. The sun is rising. Hello, Froggy. So I think one of the... I don't remember what his pet peeves are. He doesn't like when you kill little animals, I think. Sunken masonry dating back to the First Empire dots the southern coasts of Cyrodiil. Despite the ruins' magnificent origins, or perhaps because of them, I'll never know the rest.
Maybe there's more to this place than meets the eye.
Don't tell me this is also... Oh my god.
First time I've had to look
Unmaker.
for Quisly in such a rustic location. Not his usual style.
All right, let's cry for mummy.
Oh, I guess she leveled up? Well, good for her. That was really a lot faster than I was expecting. Enthralled, huh? So she gains... Is it 20% of whatever you gain? It's hard to tell there. I mean, I imagine the best way to do it would be to just go nuts with dolmen farming. Oh my god. Why are these companion areas enormous? To give you a real sense of bonding? Can you do...
The enemy is this way.
Well, I did want to use my special, but I guess not. So we gotta go this way. My special, my ultimate.
This is definitely not a smuggling operation.
Ow.
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap.
Sure, I guess. I wonder just how much commentary she has. Will it get old quickly? I know you can lower her frequency of dialogue, but... I don't know, until it really starts getting repetitive. We'll let her chat. Wow, and now she's level 3. That She levels up quite fast.
Those roots. It looks like there's another passage beyond.
There sure is, buddy boy.
How did Quisley stand it down here? It's not what I'd call luxurious.
Oh, hi? I know they said that companions can level up during events, but I think they only go to level, or they gain any kind of bonus experience. So like if you wait for the New Life celebration or the Witches Festival, you can give her that nice double experience, but like...
I never used to fight this much until I met you.
Even casually doing this...
Help! Help! Somebody!
Oh,
Keep your voice down. Those lunatics will hear
Look!
you.
They have captives!
they sure do, Bastian. Very observant of you.
Hist, over here. Let me out before these cultists kill me.
You say hissed?
Let me out too! There's a cult of Sithis in these caves! They sacrifice people!
This is a Sith. That makes sense with the Unmaker and all
I would
that.
not linger here. Flee if you value your life.
Thank you. We've been here for days.
You got some neat tattoos, dude.
You should get out of here too, stranger. These people, the Unmakers, they're crazy. I think they're preparing to sacrifice people. Why would anyone want to do such a thing?
We're looking for a Breton named Quisley Silvel. Have you seen him?
I've met no one by that name, but that doesn't mean he isn't here somewhere. The only non-cultist I've seen in days was a dark elf who sneaked by a short time ago. She motioned for us to wait and left without a word. I should go.
Wait, who are these people? Why did they take you prisoner?
They're cultists, I think. They follow someone called the Daughter of Sithis, and they talk about sacrifices to the Unmaker. I was on the road to Gideon when they grabbed me. Can I go now?
Take the passage to the south. Be careful.
Before we continue, let's talk a moment.
Okay, Bastian. Are you a Breton or an Imperial? I'm not sure. Everyone has different...
Cultists? That explains some of the decoration in here. So much for the smuggler hypothesis. I didn't expect to have to fight through a nest of cultists to extract Quisley from this mess, but so be it. What's he gotten himself mixed up in now?
Do you know anything about Sithis cults?
What's there to know? They worship a god of death, darkness, and primordial chaos. Nothing good can come of that. Quisley's always getting into trouble, but it usually involves love or dice. He could be in real danger this time.
The Wood Elf saw Tanneray Vels come through not long ago. She wants Quisley alive too.
Allowing Quisley to be dragged off to angry criminals is not much of an improvement. While Quisley might deserve it, I can't let Tanneray Vels get him either. I want to try to grab one of these cultists and get some answers.
Why are you responsible for Quisley?
It's a long story. Suffice it to say, I owe his family a great debt. Quisley and I were more or less raised together. The Silvels count on me to watch out for him, or help him if he needs it.
So you and Quisley are like brothers?
That's what the Silvels say when they need me to help him. But he's their son. I'm just someone they raised. Forgive me if I sound ungrateful. They took me in and made sure I was clothed, educated, trained. They didn't have to do that.
Says he's Imperial. How many times have you had to get Quisley out of trouble?
I've lost count. He does as he pleases. Unfortunately, what pleases him seems to land him in hot water. Every time. This, though, how Quisley stumbled into a cult's clutches, I can only guess. I'm the son of Lord Martel Hallex.
Oh,
A traitor.
haven't heard of him.
I suppose the story's not well known outside of court circles. My father was one of High King Emmerich's most trusted advisors. But when I was only a toddler, he plotted to secretly murder Emmerich and appoint himself regent. Or so I'm told.
What happened?
He failed, of course. Others in my family were implicated in the plot. The High King stripped House Hallex of its titles and domains. My mother died of shame. I was far too young to have been a part of it, though, so the Silvels took me in.
Oh, that's tragic. I'm so sorry. Also, this is an enormous brazier. Look at this thing. Just getting the wood to throw in there would be a pain in the ass. Okay, so you're Sithis crazy people. Got it.
Whew, that was a bit of a warm-up.
Actually, I want to check something.
Problem, Sarah?
Skills. You are... Okay, you went up... Oh, wow, these go up to... I guess this is tied to her actual level, so that makes sense. That went up fast, too. Huh. Okay.
I wonder what this place was. It doesn't look dwarven.
No, it doesn't, and that wouldn't make sense considering where we are. This is too south for Dwarven. This is more alien territory. I've never been clear on it, but is Swit just a combination of shitwit?
Cultists. They might know what's happened to Quisley.
I'm not really with them. Don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me.
You there! Stop!
I'm gonna get you. Ooh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm coming to get you. Doop.
You'd better not lay a finger on me. You have no idea who you're dealing with.
Fluvius Salva.
Xanathar, give me patience.
I like your stomach armor. Interesting
What's
design.
the meaning of this intrusion? Who are you people? What do you think you're doing here? I warn you, I am favored by the daughter of Sithis. She will avenge every injury you inflict on me.
Yeah, we need information. We're looking for Quisley Savell.
Quisley Silvel? He belongs to Lalaeus now. She is the daughter of Sithis, and none dare defy her. Leave while you can. You're fools if you think you can save him from her.
If anything happens to Quisley, you're not walking out of here.
No! No! Quisley is Lalaeus' consort. You'll find them in the Fane of Scorn. I think the way there is back the way you came. Or maybe ahead. He's safe for now, though. They've got someone else to sacrifice today. Please, don't hurt me.
Another sacrifice?
They caught a dark elf sneaking around. Even now, she faces the death of the Crystal Fangs in the ritual room just ahead. But Lalaeus isn't there. She and her brother are in the Fane below. Your Quisley is with them, I think.
Who are you people anyway?
We follow Sithis, Serpent of Chaos, Unmaker, Bringer of Endings. The daughter of Sithis claims this place has been sacred to the Unmaker for years uncounted. Only when all has been consumed in the jaws of the void can the world be reborn.
Why would you join a cult devoted to such things?
War tears the Empire apart. Daedric sorcery scourges the land. Chaos reigns. In times such as these, what power is greater than chaos? It seemed pretty exciting and different. Now I'm not so sure. I didn't really expect all the killing.
Bastian, what do you want to do with this cultist?
I don't believe him. I think he knows more than he says he does. The daughter of Sithis? The Fane of Scorn? I don't believe it. Quisley's fallen in with death worshippers?
I mean, Sith is even a little bit more than just death. Is Quisley the type to join a cult?
Hardly. The only thing that interests Quisley is himself. Either these Sithis followers hid their true nature to lure him in, or he's so besotted with a woman that he doesn't realize he's in danger. Either way, I'd better get him out of here.
What about Tanneray Vels?
I'm not sure I believe this sniveling cultist, but we shouldn't let anyone get sacrificed. Not even Tanare Vels. Let's split up. You keep going, in case he's telling the truth.
You got it, Fred.
I'll see if I can find out more about the daughter and the Fane.
Please, I'll tell you anything you want. Just let me go.
What a whiner.
I know where a map of this place is. It's not far. Just, don't hit me.
Helpful of you. What else can you tell me?
I'll leave them to that. Ooh. Hey, these are neat little glowing mushrooms. Is that guy just called a poison archer?
Break these crystals! Please, they're killing me!
Alright, we'll get to it in a second, lady. Don't you worry. Bonk. And... Hey, these are moon shadow crystals. Well, I'm sure right now they're not actually, but they're just reusing the moon shadow crystal asset. I remember because I've gotten 2 of these in my career of playing ESO.
Praise Vec. Thank you, stranger. Let's talk somewhere
Okay,
safer.
I guess that guy's just doing his own thing. How much? She has 21.5 health. That's not bad. I guess as she levels up, she gets more health and damage and all that, so... It's all good.
Those idiots were going to sacrifice me to Sithis.
Yeah, wouldn't that have sucked?
Ugh, my skin still feels like I've got 1,000 tiny spiders biting me. That was horrible. Oh, and thank you. I don't know what someone like you is doing here, but I won't argue with Providence.
I'm helping Bastian Hallex find his foster brother.
Ah, the dutiful and not terribly clever mage. I'll bet he's angry with me. I took care not to inflict any permanent damage on him, and I fully intended to set him free just as soon as I finish here. It's business, not personal.
I freed Bastian and found your contract.
Then you understand my predicament. I need Sylvel if I want Law's toll off my back. But it's not worth getting myself killed over. Help me get out of here and I'll help you. I got a look at a map, so I think I know where you can find Sylvel.
What do you know about this place?
Not much. Law's toll suspected that Quisley was hiding out in a smuggler's cave on the coast. I thought I'd have to check them all. Then I ran into your friend, Bastian. I knew there was something off about the smuggler story, though. It didn't fit.
You said something about a map?
I found notes left behind by some unfortunate scholar. He'd apparently come here to make a survey of the ruins. I hope he had the good sense to retreat when he found fresh evidence of occult presence. More likely, he came to a bad end.
Did you see anything about a chamber called the Fane of Scorn?
I did. It's all the way down at the end of this maze, naturally. The scholar's notes hinted that it's an abandoned temple, once dedicated to Sithis. Well, probably not abandoned now.
How much of a debt does Quisley Sylvel owe this Lars tool?
He must be in deep, if Lars Toll is willing to write off what I owe to get his claws on Quisley. Too bad for him, but it's a chance for me to get out of a bad situation. Lars Toll makes a good living from other people's mistakes. Or desperation.
How did you end up in debt to Lars Tool?
I borrowed gold against imagined winnings, like every gambler ever. You ask a lot of questions. Not to be rude, but I'd really rather find Quisley and get out of here. These cultists already tried to sacrifice me once, after all.
That's
Good.
fair.
I saw a rough map of this place before I got caught, so I think I know where to go. I'll keep out of your way if we run into more cultists. After that ritual, I'm in no condition for a fight. The cultists definitely go on and on about Sithis.
Sacrificed husk. Oh. Oh, you're a chunky fella. You know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like necromancers don't really have a place in the House of Sithis. Like, that kind of goes against the whole thing of... I get that they're dead themed, but really isn't the whole thing with Sithis that you give them and he eternally has the dead? What do I know? Just let these things walk around, huh? Did the necromancer already die? Oh, and she leveled up too. Wow, she really is leveling up quite... I mean, I'm sure it becomes longer and longer to level them up, but still.
Oh, damn. Dead end and a vampire in a cage. This isn't terribly helpful. There's got to be a way through. I know what I saw on the map. Maybe the map showed a passage that isn't here? I would have sworn the map I saw showed a passage here. Unless, could it be a hidden passage? I'll look around a bit. Why don't you see if the vampire knows anything?
What do you think the vampire knows?
If he's been here long enough, he must have seen cultists coming or going through any hidden passages. But be careful with him. I don't trust vampires.
The map you saw might have been inaccurate.
Perhaps. But I'd rather not fight my way through half the cult to get to Quisley Sylvel. If there's a passage here, it could save us quite a lot of trouble. Get in, get what you need, then get out. That's how I prefer to do things.
I'll talk to the vamp.
Your comrade is correct. There's a hidden door.
Graywin Blenwith. Sir?
You're not part of this cult, are you? In fact, you appear to be lost.
Hello.
Your dark elf friend watches me with no small amount of suspicion. Perfectly understandable, but I'm not a slave to my hunger. Why are you wandering around Deepscorn Hollow anyway? The daughter of Sithis is fond of sacrificing strangers.
We're searching for a Breton named Quisley Sylvel.
I have heard the name. The daughter of Sithis herself has him. These miserable Sithis pretenders. I can show you the passage you seek.
Pretender?
I'll consider it payback for the way they locked me up.
That would be helpful.
They hid the switch for a secret door under that crate over there by the wall. Clever, if one is a child. I cannot believe I thought these weak-minded fools might have a genuine insight into the dark mysteries of Sithis.
Tell me more about the daughter of Sithis?
Lalace is a noble from Leowen who made a game of dabbling in dark lore. As I understand it, she found this place and managed to wake a presence that had been sleeping here for ages. She surrendered to the darkness eagerly. I doubt that it cared.
What about all the socialites who follow her?
Fools and dilettantes bewitched by the daughter's powers.
Dilettante, good word.
They believe she is the living embodiment of Sithis' dark will, servant of an ancient power. But the only power she serves is her own avarice and lust, like any greedy mortal.
Who is this incredibly fascinating character who we're seemingly not going into information about?
Surprisingly helpful.
Oh, I thought that was an NPC for a second. Are we just not going to let him out? He didn't even ask to be let out.
Would you do me a favor in return?
Are you going to ask to be let out? I'll let you out. You seem interesting enough.
Perhaps before you rush off, you might unlock this cell? A favor in return for my showing you the switch? Let me again assure you, I am in control of my urges. I shall not harm you.
First, tell me you wind up in that cell.
I came here hoping the temple held answers about my condition. But the cultists discovered me as I fed upon an unwary noble from Gideon. The daughter of Sithis was intrigued, but when she realized I had not yet mastered my powers, she locked me away.
Why didn't you just turn to mist?
Yes, that would be an elegant solution to my predicament. I'm afraid that I'm rather new to this state of being. I haven't figured out that trick yet.
I don't know you won't attack us.
I'm still capable of gratitude, stranger. I just want to be free of this place. I came here expecting something quite different.
I'm sure I'll regret it, but fine, you can come out.
Perhaps before you rush off, you might unlock this cell? A favor in return for my showing you the switch? Let me again assure you.
Did I? Oh. Alright.
Thank you. Perhaps the friend you seek might still be alive. You have my gratitude. I gave you my word I would not harm you or your friend, and I will keep it. Beware the daughter of Sithis. The thing she calls her brother is a flesh atronach.
Oh, yay, those are lovely. Just disgusting abomination nightmare monsters. Whoop.
I knew it. I never grow tired of being correct.
Oh, please, by all means, run ahead. Wait, why? I can talk to him again? What?
This should take us right to the cult's hidden temple. Come on.
Hold on a second. Why does it want me to still talk to him?
Perhaps before you rush off. I'm still capable of... Perhaps
Okay,
before
so
you-
that's a little bugged. We're just gonna chalk that up to being bugged. It's fine. Yeah, his dialogue just loops infinitely. That's fine. That's okay.
This should take us right to the cult's hidden temple. Come on.
Yes, ma'am. Let's go fight a gross, fleshy Atronach.
Hold up a moment before we go on. I've been thinking.
Uh-oh.
I stumbled headlong into a bad situation once already. I do try to learn from my mistakes. I've been thinking. There's a good chance we won't find Quisley Sylvel alive.
What happens if you return empty-handed?
Nothing good. I wouldn't go so far as to say that it comes down to bringing Quisley in, or taking his place, but it's close. I really need to be free of Lars Tull. I barely persuaded him to give me this chance. I won't get another one.
What do you suggest then?
This may sound ghoulish, but if Quisley is dead, I'd like his signet ring. It's big, gold, and set with rubies. If I bring it back to Lars Tull, it will show that I held up my end of our bargain, and he would take it in payment of my debt.
We need to locate Quisley first, alive or dead.
Someone's coming!
Oh, there you are. I'm afraid I wasted my time on that cultist. He knew nothing. Glad I caught up to you.
Did you always have a staff?
Oh, I see you found that Tenare. Watch your back, friend. You put the fear of the gods into our captive cultist. He was sobbing on the floor when I gave up and left. I did meet a surprisingly talkative vampire, though. He told me which way you went.
That would be kind of weird to just run
Seriously,
into, wouldn't it?
Do not turn your back on Tenare.
Have you learned anything more about this cult?
Our weepy friend told me that Quisley's quite taken with this daughter of Sithis. Figures. My guess is he told her his family is wealthy, so she's keeping him alive for ransom. We'll probably find them in the shrine they call the Fane of Scorn.
Tannery knows who the Fane is, although she thinks Quisley may have been sacrificed already.
She seems like the sort who expects the worst. I remain optimistic. I don't always get along with Quisley, but I don't want him to end up sacrificed by the cult. Or turned into some crime boss's object lesson, for that matter.
Someone has to pay Quisley's debts in Leowin.
Not at the cost of his life. I'll figure out something. I always do. But, just in case, warn Tenare that she'd better not try anything foolish when we get Quisley. She caught me off guard once. It won't happen again.
Let's just find him first and we can sort it all out.
You're not even going to apologize, are you?
I'm sorry?
Just keep your distance from Quisley. He's my responsibility.
Okay.
You lead.
Okay, I did. Huh, someone else has been here. I wonder how companions would react to stuff like, necromancer pets. Or just necromancy in general, I suppose.
Quisley!
No use in a fight right now. I'll keep back.
What are you doing here? Go away.
Arise, my brother. Kill these trespassers.
That's not a flesh Atronach. That's a flesh,
Get out of the way.
Goliath. Hey, you come back here. Don't you hit Mary. His name is just Brother of Lelias.
I need to grab Quisley before he runs off again. The little bastard.
Oh. I'm coming, Quisley. Wow, this place is... Wait, this is Imperial architecture. What? That's weird. Wow, Quisley had just the whiniest
How
voice.
dare you? Lalice would never have hurt me. She said so.
She murders people, you idiot! You were probably next.
I'm not talking to you, Bastian. Nor to that rude dark elf that just laughed at me.
Man, I could break your nose.
You spoiled everything!
Oh my god, I hate him.
You and that lumbering oaf my father insists on sending to make my life miserable, and whoever that dark elf is, barging in and ruining my life. Who do you people think you are?
We saved your life. The cultists plan to sacrifice you.
Well, that's just your opinion. Everybody here treated me as a guest of honor. And Lelace, the daughter of Sithis, chose me to be her consort. She told me that she'd give me the kiss of Sithis soon. Why would you ruin this for me?
Tanneray says that Lars Tool wants a word with you.
That is no concern... Wait. Did you say Lars Tull? Is that why the Dark Elf's here? I've seen her in his headquarters, Otyr. I may owe him some gold.
Bastian tells me your parents demand your presence.
I can't believe they sent Bastian after me again. They treat me as if I were a wayward child. I am perfectly capable of managing my own affairs. I refuse to go.
You're lucky to be leaving this place alive, whoever claims you.
Claim me? I am not some sack of flour to be bargained over. Oh, very well. Bastian works for me, indirectly. I'll go with him. I can write a promissory note for the Dark Elf to deliver to her thug of a boss. He's a terrible person.
I'm not sure the decision is up to you, Quisly. These are actually nice personal chambers.
Bastian doesn't seem very fond of Quisly. I can't imagine why. We compared notes while you were talking with that simpering idiot. Bastian said he might have an idea that would solve things for both of us.
You don't want to deliver Quisly to Lars Tool?
Years ago, I lost everything trying to get my brother out of a fishy trading scheme. Lars Tull offered to help me. I'm still paying for it. It would be grand to be done with Lars Tull and to pull one over him at the same time.
That sounds risky.
If Bastian's willing to work with me, and perhaps forget about the knocked out and tied up business, I think we might have room for a compromise.
I'll speak to him and see what he's thinking. Bastian, my man? What are you thinking?
Once we get Quisly out of
Wait.
here... Once we get Quisly out of here, I'm done. I've paid my debt to his family 3 times over. Alright. I think I know how to sort this out. If Tanare is prepared to listen, that is. I'm willing to overlook the knock on the head to settle this.
What's your plan?
First, we need to get Quisly out of Blackwood. Tanare doesn't have anything personal against him. Well, no more than anyone else who meets him. But the criminals she'd bring Quisly to might kill him.
Will Quisly go along with that?
I'll threaten to tell his parents about this whole affair unless he cooperates and goes straight back to Daggerfall. Quisly knows that Lord Sylvel can cut him off. It's the only threat that actually scares him. He would have to earn a living.
What about Tanneray?
I think we can all walk away from this. We ship Quisly home, secretly. Then we make sure that Tanare has something she can take back to Lars Tull.
But what, though?
Thank you, friend. I think Lord Sylvel would agree that you've earned your payment. What do you think, Tanare? Are you willing to give it a try?
I'll need to bring Lars Tull proof of Quisly's demise.
What kind of proof would you need?
I'm clearly not dead!
If I bring Quisly's signet ring to Lars Tull, he'll believe me.
That's what I was thinking. I'll tell the Sylvels that Quisly sold the ring to pay his debt.
I'm right here!
That ring should work. It might even cover most of Quisly's debt.
What? My ring? I'm not giving you a damn thing! Bastian, keep that woman away from me!
Bastian! Ooh!
Here you go. I'll make sure Quisly understands to stay away from Blackwood.
I don't think he'll understand anything
Thank
ever
you.
again.
This should clear my account with Lars Tull. And perhaps clear yours with this ingrate and his family too.
We should leave this place. I'll see Quisly on his way when he comes around.
Oh, he's come around. Well, this was a nice little adventure. A lot less scary, or just... This one doesn't seem quite as attached to the rest of the story, but the one Mary's definitely did. Huh. Okay. Daylight! Whee! Okay. Oh, hey, where are all the Oblivion portals? Isn't that a thing? I haven't seen any yet. Oh, there's a world boss near there. And over there. There's plenty to explore. Alright. Well, I suppose we'll continue in the next episode, and maybe we'll do some of the actual story stuff. So, wait, actually... Find the cave. Search along the river. Okay, so that's not even that far. We'll just go right there. Well, thanks for joining me. Come back, I'll have the next stuff up real soon. But until then, bye.